Nice group of heifers. I've had the pleasure of selling with this guy for several years. Good functional cattle, good cow makers. When I say that, obviously, so to me, a novice in the industry, every cow can make a calf. Well, I'm saying is, they're the kind of females that will develop into a very productive cow. These are composite heifers. They'll go back to the Maine. Well, they're fundamental, stout, functional Angus cow base. Then they went back, that goes back to the Griswold old genetics, that forage cattle that are not been pampered, moderate frame. They won't be these tall, lanky Angus. You see, they're all kind of really even over top. So they go back to Angus base, then out of Angus Bulls, go back to Irish whiskey on the Maine side, and then on the Simmerntal side, go back to Meyer breeding. Meyer 734, a Griswold breeding, basically. Function as you want them. These kind of all been synchronized and add to the bull legacy. Double bred, total recall, low birth weight, Angus son. His GCC legacy. There's obviously some cuts in here. I'm just jumping. There's a couple hundred of these heifers. I just jumped in and started videoing them. They should start calving August and February, I guess. They were all synchronized and bred, so they should all be calving in a pretty tight window, because what they did is bred them and then both of them. Well, they synchronized like within 2 weeks. They bred like 400, 300 heifers, then put both with them. The bulls were OCC Machinist sons. Again, some of that, Machinist and Total Recall sons. So some of that good Griswold oldie breeding, productive genetics. They're very uniform. I don't know if you really can appreciate these cattle. Look across the top; they're all extremely uniform. Sometimes you come in groups of heifers like these. There's a short one, a tall one. There's not much uniformity. But these gentlemen are striving to produce are cattle that are functional. Yes, we can put a heat wave, a really clubby, freaky made bull, and produce a show steer. But if you're just a good commercial guy, you're going to go back and put an Angus Bull. That's okay. Hereford, that's okay. There's a yearling calf in there. He's not a heifer. Why is he so short? He's not a heifer. Semi, black baldy. Whew, love those kind of crosses. So there's these cattle are at the end of the day, they're functional. You're not just stuck in one genre, one breed type, but these cattle can do several different things with them. Obviously, there's several pins these heifers. I just jumped in this group. There are some cuts in here. I understand that, but they're just, I got to sort them around and shape them up better. But they're a functional cattle. Again, I've had the pleasure of knowing these guys right out of college, for like 10, 15 years, I guess now, doing business with them. Good functional cattle. They're in a kind of a holding ration. They don't really believe in getting their cattle really pig fat before calving, for obvious reasons. They'll weigh 1,000 for sure. Put them in a little hotter ration, they'll weigh 1,100 pretty easy, or if you got some grass to go with them. Anyway, I hope you can see it's kind of getting, the sun's starting to go down. A nice functional group of heifers. And again, I'll shape them up a little better. I'm just walking through the pen and videoing them. I'll video another group of them in a second, but this is one of the pen heifers. They have a lot of ear tags in these heifers. Anyway, a nice group of functional heifers. These heifers, again, were AI to the bull GCC legacy. He's a double bred total recall son, then cleaned up with OCC Machinist and Total Recall sons. So they'll have that really consistent gene pool. All those genetics go back to oldies genetics, and obviously these heifers again, their female side goes back to oldie Griswold genetics as well. Nice functional group of heifers here in the Panhandle of Texas, Booker, Texas. Again, thanks for your time and have a blessed day. A little more video footage because they're all walked up to me, but I really appreciate the uniformity of these cattle. They have nice bone, nice deep middled cattle, functional, like my partner just mentioned about these cattle. I've never seen these cattle before. These cattle are very uniform. See, exactly. They are very uniform. And with these type of pedigrees, they're going to produce calves for you that are very uniform. A nice functional group of heifers. Again, this is one pin up. We got one and a half more pin, like 100 more of these, I guess. A couple more pins on them, I guess. So, nice functional group of cattle here in the Panhandle of Texas, Booker, Texas. really nice, juicy group of heifers. Are to make tremendous cows. Northern boys, pay attention, pay attention. These girls, they can go up north and whoo, you'll love them in the spring. Whoo, money makers.